Welcome every day. Sorry. Welcome everybody to our training today, Elite Training. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. If I believe it should be shared actually at this current moment. And what we're going to do is go over this program, which is Wise Agent. I have an apology to make. I tried my best to use all of the free software out there for email CRM drip campaigns, and they all stink. They all stink. Unfortunately, I was unable to find something that would support you in the way that I believe you guys need to be supported. And it took me, if I can show you, it took me so long to complete all of the information that I was going through. I had ran through HubSpot, Agile, and to tell you the truth, the free ones, they were in a different country. And if you connect your email to someone from, I don't want to say that. Well, if you connect your email to another country and somebody has access to your emails, essentially, right? And something happens with their data breaches and stuff like that. I didn't feel comfortable setting you up with those free companies, much like Agile, CRM, or all these. So I went with something that I know works. I went with something with a free trial, which is a 14-day free trial. Now, what I want you to take and understand is that this CRM system is so much like every other CRM system. So if you find a CRM system or you have your own CRM system, all of this is going to be applicable to what you're going to learn today. After I've done all this research and gone through it, and it's pages and pages and pages of it, I was able to then ask, what do you call it? AI, what would be dang it, so many pages. Let me see here. Okay. So what would be the prompt to train you guys on today? And that's one awesome thing that you can use with AI is after you're done with all of your research, you can say, hey, give me the prompt that will give me all of this in one training. So that way I can do that. So it's a smart little move that I learned from Robert in our office over here, and it gave me the prompt right here. I then just go ahead and copy it and then go into a new CRM chat, and then it spits it out for me. It has that whole prompt. And this is what we're going to go over. We're going to have a simple step-by-step Wise Agent setup guide using Wise Agent's real terminology. The thing about these CRMs is that their terminology changes from, platform to platform, but they all mean the same thing. Okay, a simple step-by-step. Okay, so we're going to start an account. We're going to connect our emails. We're going to upload our contacts, create contact categories. Okay, now this is the tags that I was talking about. They call them tags. Sometimes they call them, in this case, categories. There's lots of nomenclature for this, but really it's just the same thing. Okay, we're going to create a buyer tag or a buyer category, a seller category, an investor category, cold category, past client, referral partner, and then we're going to explain what sources are and how they differ from categories, show what realtors actually organize contacts inside Wise Agent, and show how to filter by category. Number two, a realtor-friendly training outline I can follow live, including opening script, training flow, teaching points, and what agents should complete by the end of their session. This is for me. Instruction on how to create an automated drip campaign in Wise, where to click, how to build a campaign, how delays work, how contacts get added to campaigns, and how to bulk add contacts to campaigns by category. Okay. And then we're going to build 3 drip campaign frameworks. One of them is going to be buyer nurture campaign, seller nurture campaign, and investor nurture campaign. Now, these campaigns are going to be dependent on time. I would love to build out all 3 of these, but if we could build out one of them, then we'll be able to build out the other 2 essentially on your own time. But if we do have time, I would love to complete this today, okay? Fully write the complete buyer drip campaign. That's definitely happening today. We're doing 1 to 5 emails, including subject lines, topics, full body copy, written from cold to warm buyers, professional, modern, and salesy, and not salesy, rather. We're going to do a 5 email drip campaign. The Wise Agent does have the ability to go with text messages and send text messages and up to 1,000 a month for $11 a month. But that is something extra. This is something I wanted to give you actionable stuff that you can do now. And it's not to say that your CRM can't do this. In fact, I believe that all your CRMs might be able to do this if you happen to have access to one. But for now, this was the best choice that I can make with all of the mountain of studying that I can do. Unfortunately, there isn't a free option that I came across that was going to support you in the manner that this will be able to support you for today. Of course, you always and will always have the ability to join me on Funnel Fridays. It's a new event that I have created to support you where you are at in your funnel journey. Okay. It is a resource to you that I'm trying to give all of you the ability to come into the office and have one-on-one sessions for me. It's 3 hours every Friday from 11 to 2. If you come in at 12, I'm not going to hurt you about it. Just come in. Let's review your funnel. Let's review your website. Let's connect it to your CRM. If you don't have a CRM, let's get you a CRM. Let's get it started. I will meet you where you are at. I believe this is the best way for us to not have any feelings about it. Let's get rid of those feelings like, oh, I can't do this, or I have these mental blocks that are, oh, I got to do this first. It's got to be perfect. Let's get rid of all of that. Come in. We'll get it together. You have the support every Friday, except for tomorrow. I have family business, but every Friday going forward, you will see it on this Eventbrite. I have linked it in the chat, and it will be in the comments if you're watching this later on. Okay. So, or the description. Fully write a complete buyer drip campaign, including 1 to 5 emails. We went over that. Provide simple checklists for realtors they should leave with. So important. Wise Agent language such as category, sources, and campaigns. A category is a tag, basically a bucket that you're going to put people in, right? Buyer, seller, investor. We're trying to complete that today. Okay. Sources. Where did I get it from? Did I get this source from Zillow? Did I get this source from a referral? Did I get this source from open house, right? You'll be able to source those buyers to know where they came from. Campaigns are, you're going to put them into an email drip campaign, okay? A campaign is a drip email campaign. Could you put text messages in there? Yes, you can. Just understand that it will cost money to do so. And in this case, it would be $11 a month for 1,000 text messages. Do not use generic CRM like tags or workflows. We're not using those generic ones, but it is something that you should know because tags and workflows are how other CRMs work. It's very possible that your current CRM uses tags and workflows. It's just so you can understand the nomenclature. In Wise Agent, we use categories and sources, or categories and campaigns, rather, in that comparative. Make simple enough, non-technical realtors that can follow it live. I'm hoping that this is simple enough for you to follow live, right? So we can get this done in 45 to 60 minutes. Okay, perfect. Okay, so part 1, simple step-by-step Wise Agent setup. Number 1, we're going to start Wise Agent account. We're going to go to wiseagent.com, okay, and set up an account. And we're going to start our free trial. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and go to Isaac at isaacgrajeda.com. This is my old professional one. I'm going to go ahead and do the 14-day trial right here. 14-day trial. Boom, it's got my whole thing. So Isaac at isaac@ahela.com. We're going to put in my phone number. Please call me for any questions, any concerns. Let's go ahead and create a password. Excellent. I am not a robot and I agree to the terms. We're going to go ahead and start our free trial. Yes, that should be fine. Okay, so you are going to be billed a cent, 1 cent to complete this. So it is something that will be free for 14 days. I say set a reminder to cancel it. If you do like the service, it's one of the better ones out there for agents that I've seen. One of our agents hits me every week, almost every day with a wide agent drip campaign. That's one of the reasons why I did it, and that because it was just so easy for her to adapt to this. There was other ones like Lion Desk and everything like that. A Lion Desk was actually is being phased out and is going into Lone Wolf. I looked into it. It just wasn't as comprehensive and easy to grasp as this. So this is the route that I went for it. So let me go ahead and complete this. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing for a second while I complete this form. And then we'll get started. I should have just had this on a note, but I did not consider that. All right. Boom. And the reason why I wanted to sign up in front of you guys and get all of this going is because I really want you guys to see everything from the beginning to where we're trying to go. I don't want to have this already set up so that way we have any like break in that. So I have just signed up and I'm sharing again. Cool. All righty. Just signed up, saved my card. Okay, thank you for signing up. Your premium subscription is good till January 23rd, and that's when they're going to charge me $50 to get this going. Okay. But that's what. Okay, so what times works for me? It's Pacific Standard Time, Los Angeles. Oh, they want to schedule an onboarding. Okay, an onboarding is definitely something I would look into. So you would just schedule it over here. Whatever time is good for you. For me, it's typically the afternoons. Don't bother me in the mornings. I'm working. Okay. So for me, typically in the afternoon, and then I will submit that. And then I can get some professional help on my CRM to understand a little bit more about this specific CRM. Okay. Let's get started. Okay, so this is an important step that you finish this as much as you can possibly can. Put in your job title, and in your case, it would be realtor or real estate specialist. However you want to do that. For me, it's vice president mortgage operations. I don't know what this is, so I just put in my NMLS. So nerd's ID, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so it is important, just like the last training, that you have your headshot. Okay, it is important that you do have your headshot so that way you can upload and complete all the necessary things. Could you do it later? Yeah. Will you do it later? That's the hard part, right? So we want to make sure that we have our logo, and our headshot ready to go whenever we need. So let's make sure I do have the same thing going. Isaac.
I don't understand what you're doing, Isaac. What is Wise Agent?
Wise Agent is the CRM that we are training on.
This is for the funneling?
Say again?
For is this the funneling class? Funneling?
This is the following class on the funnel. So we have we started with step one, which is create a funnel. And then now that we have those people who have been clicking on our website, or if we have contacts on our phone, we're going to take those contacts now, and then we're going to connect them to the CRM. So we'll have a funnel created, which is top of the funnel, which will get people coming in through our social, through our website, through our open houses, through our just day-to-day gathering people's information. Once we have that information, what are we going to do with it? Right now, what you can do with step one is reach out to them one by one, email by email, right? So essentially, what this is going to do is automate that process for you. So that way you're sending an email every day, every other day, trying not to be annoying, right? You want to make sure that they're kind of there's a break in between, so that way they don't get fatigued of your information. But essentially, once you have the information, what are you going to do with it? Can you grind it out and send one email to one person every day or every other day, or however you feel like? Yes, you can. But what we're creating is an automated flow for you to be able to do it without you having to be at the table. So you make one email and it's there forever. And whenever you meet someone, you just put them into that campaign, and it sets them going for it. It starts at day one for them. And that's the powerful leverage that you get from a CRM, is that it will automatically connect to them, send them information, things that could be interesting to them, something that they might want to know, and you can always adjust these email drip campaigns to update them if you wish to. But it is important when you're building these type of things, and you'll see in a second, that you do have your headshot.
I use Top Producer, so I won't use this Wise Agent.
Okay, no problem. This is still going to be applicable to you, because Wise Agent is just like Top Producer, is just like Lion's Desk, is just like Agile, is just like Ari Simply. This is just a way for you to get contacts and to create a email drip campaign that sends that connects with them in perpetuity. So if you have any, like, if this doesn't quite translate to what you currently have, I believe it will actually. I believe that what you learned today will translate to Top Agent or Top Producer. The only thing is that it's going to call it something different. It'll probably call it tags, workflow versus categories and campaigns, right? So whatever that might be, if you need support in Top Agent, or in Top Producer, come in next Friday. We'll be willing to run it through, check out your funnel, see if there's any breaks in it, see if we can make it better, see if we can add a drip campaign or two, and make sure that you're consistently getting better every single week. What we want to do is to be able to put out 52 websites in 1 year and have 52 email drip campaigns, if that's what we want to create, because it is so important to have your hook in the ocean. What do I mean by that? Right now, people are throwing hooks into the ocean, and they might be better at making websites, email drip campaigns, and catching fish. They might be better than that at us to do that. But if you don't have a hook in the ocean trying and getting better at to fish, then you're not going to catch a fish. Now, there is going to be a time, and we all remember these times when the tide comes in And when the tide comes in, there's going to be so much fish out there that the only mistake that you can make is not having a line in the ocean. So what I'm trying to do is get all of our realtor partners and all of our realtors to have many lines in the ocean. So when the tide comes in and the real estate cycle comes in and switches, that you're able to catch fish, and you'll wake up, instead of trying to call people for leads, you'll wake up 2 leads on your CRM that you get to call out every single day. And now that is a definitely better position to be in than not having any lines in the ocean at all. And that's essentially what I'm trying to train on today. This is just a training, but if you need one-on-one help, every Friday in the San Pedro office, you come in, we'll support you with your funnel. Okay, so it's important to have your your. Let's try that. It's important to have your headshot so that way you can complete this kind of stuff. The reason why it's important to have this is because it will, and your logo is because it's going to create a bunch of branding materials with the CRM that are important to you and specific to your branding. So I am just going to make sure that tree is in there, and then boom, there we go. And we'll continue. So put in your company name, put in your company website, continue. And then if you happen to have strong social stuff you want people to reach out to you on, definitely put it there. I'm going to go to my Facebook page, click on my name right there, and then it has my URL right there. I just copy it and then switch back over to Wise Agent, and then I paste it there. Once I paste it there, I'm good. Could I do it for the rest? Yes, I can, but I'm just going to just keep it like that. Okay, this is for your email signature. Okay, so now you can see why it's important to have your headshot ready and your logo ready, because it's going to put and create your your email signature for you, which is definitely important. I like this one, so I'm going to go forward with this one. It's going to have my picture right here. It's going to have my information right here, and then it's going to show my Facebook right there that people can connect to. Okay, I'm an individual agent. I'm going to go ahead and put that on there. Could you have people on your team who work on your behalf or are on your team, and you're looking to have them have access to it, and then you can give them also tasks to do for each lead that comes in, for each contact that you have. You can definitely set that up, but for now, we're just going to do individual agent. Okay, so you can also import your prospects from past clients from Top Producer, Cole, LionDesk, FUB, or others. Okay, would you like to attach a new category of clients? Yes or no? And then upload right here. Okay, so if you do not have hold on one second. It looks like people are having a Zoom issue.
We were on a different Zoom that you weren't on.
Really?
Yeah, I was on there since 10 o'clock and you weren't on there. And so they gave us the link to come to this one.
Which one gave you a link?
I think Jasmine went in and put a link. She put a link in the other Zoom call, which took me to you here.
Okay.
Because the link that's on the web page, on the Facebook page, you weren't on it.
I see.
Yeah, it took us to Amir's host page, but I think most of us that were over there are on here now, I believe.
Yeah, I
Okay.
got the link, Isaac. This is Pat,
Okay.
Patricia. I got it
Okay.
from your earlier
Okay.
message.
Okay. Yeah, it's probably from Amir's thing. Yeah, so they wanted me to get my own and not use Amir's. So essentially I did get my own and that's what we're working with right now. So I apologize that we jumped on my CEO's earlier. So okay, so I'm now going to train on how to do this. And I'm gonna go ahead and pin myself over here. Okay, so if you have a iPhone, I'm going to teach you right now how to, let me see if I can stop the blurring.
What's the anger over yesterday's shooting of a Model 3 on ICE agent in Minneapolis? Those
Right, let's see here. Someone gets to be muted. Let me go ahead. Okay, so you go to contacts on your iPhone. And if you don't have an iPhone, I apologize. There is videos out there that will train you how to do this. But you would go to your iPhone right here, and then you would click on all of your contacts. Sorry about that. Let's go back to contact. Go to back contacts. Go to this top one right here. Boop, like that. And then you'll have all your contacts. Pretty popular guy. Got about 1,800 people in there. So I'll go ahead and hold it down right here. And then it'll say export. Okay. Then we go ahead and export our file. And then we get to pick all of the things that come with it. Okay, jobs, names, company, email addresses. You can add or remove if you wish to. Okay, but as soon as you're done choosing whatever that looks like, we'll go ahead and click on the check mark right there. And then it's going to ask you where you want to put it. Okay, where we're going to put it is on the save to files. You can email it to yourself if you wish. That's fine. If you like, for some whatever reason, you can't find it on your thing. Mine's going to be on downloads. I'm going to go ahead and save it on downloads. I'm going to, oh, shoot. I hate those things. Okay, and you can actually change it. So I'm going to training contacts if you wish to. Then I'm going to go ahead and save it. Boom. All righty. Then I'm going to go to then I'm going to go to, actually, that's how I did it, I think. Training contacts. Actually, I think that's how I did it. Hold on one second. I'm going to go to downloads. Oh, my bad. Okay, so then I want you to go to your browser. And then I want you to go to contacts.google.com. Contacts.google.com. Go ahead and click on it, and it'll bring you to contacts.google.com. Then I want you to click on the stack right here, the 3 lines, and then I want you to import.
Hey Isaac, could you maybe
Yeah,
focus the phone a little bit farther back so it's like, yeah, so we can see the whole screen? That would help.
excellent.
Thank you.
So, excellent. So again, go to google.contacts.com, click on the last 3 right there, and then go to import. You'll be able to select a file, and then you got all contacts right there. Go ahead and click on all contacts, and then import that file. It'll take a second. It'll take a second to import all of your contacts. And now you have all of the contacts in your phone on your Google contacts. from this, we're going to go ahead and export a Google CSV. We're going to export that Google CSV. And now we have it exported. We're going to go ahead and save it to files. Boom. And then we're going to open in and we're going to email it to ourselves. Then we're going to go ahead and email it to, for me, it's going to be Isaac Grajeda at Isaac at isaacgrajeda.com. So what we did right there is we got our contacts from our phone. We turned it into a VSR. And then from there, we imported it into Google. It's contacts Google. And then from there, we changed it to a CVS file or CSV file. A CSV file can now be imported into our CRM. I know that's a roundabout way of doing it, but I really wanted you guys to be able to contact all of your people on your phone. Everyone that's on. Now, if you are on an Android device, there is videos out there. I will be able to support you with that later. I just happen to be able to do it with this phone because I have this phone. Okay. Now, we'll go ahead and send that over, and it's been done. Those CSV files are super easy, super supportive, super small, and they can be imported very easily. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again. Excellent. So that has been sent to my email. I'll go ahead and go there. I think I had a little bit of an issue. Hold on one second. There it is. Okay. So I'll go ahead and download this to my downloads, contacts one, go and then go over to Wise Agent again, click on drop down files and click. I know that was a roundabout way to get to this point, but we now go ahead and click on continue and we can do that. We can then have all of our contacts uploaded. Okay. So where will your future leads come from? Over here, they have a number of leads that you guys can use from Agent Elite, Zillow, Zenlist, Zillow Lender, Zapier. All of these leads that are going to be sources that apply to what you're going to be doing. This isn't going to be do that. Okay. Email lead capture. These are important for other things, but it's important to know about them. They got an API key right here and an email lead capture key. These set up cookies that allow you to know when somebody's done something or when somebody has clicked on something or if they've been looking on your site and stuff like that. You can also track them through the internet. It's very supportive in that sense. Okay, and then here is the default lead rule. You can have it so that this is a default for every lead that comes in. You send a thank you saying, hey, thank you so much for your interest in our home or our open house. Thank you for coming to our open house. You can do that. Thank you for stopping by. And then you'll have that. It'll have this lead, and then you can add it to call list if you want to. send a notification email to them. Hi, lead. I just got a request for more information on a home. Lead, source name. Would you, I just got information about a home, and lead source name is when you attach a source to your lead, you'll know exactly where it came from, and then you're also referring to them in emails such as this. Would you like to set up an appointment to view the property? Click reply if that supports you. Okay, now our account is all set up. If we look at our profile, you'll see my face, you'll see my details right there, and then you'll see my social links along with my account details and stuff like that. Authorize logins. We can authorize logins through Google, and that's kind of what I was having problems with the free CRMs issues. They were not allowing us to connect with Google. It was hours and hours of time just blown, and definitely frustration. Okay, so we're going to authorize that. You can also authorize Facebook as well if you wish. At this time, I'm not going to do that, but I would do that if I was going to be working with this long term. I'm not an agent, nor do I want to focus on real estate. I want to be as great and as powerful in loans as possible. It's not my game. I want to support you with your game. Okay, so now that we've gone here, let's go ahead and go back to our training. Okay, start a free trial, create login. You land on dashboard. Explain to agents. Wise Agent is your contact basis and your follow-up system. If it's not here, it doesn't exist. Okay, so if you have it on your phone, if you have it on your emails, if you have these contacts like that, we're sharks, right? So we only see what's in front of us. We don't see what's behind us. This is what the CRM does, is that we get to see everything that is behind us and put it on an automatic system, so that way it gets to reach out to all of the people that you get in contact with. How many times have we ran into buyers that said, hey, I'm going to be interested 3 months from now, 6 months from now, and then we forget their name, don't remember who they are, and then they go to some other agent because they just happen to be in the way of another agent, right? Right now, most of us are sharks, right? So what's in front of us is what we see, and that's only 30% of the business. We're leaving behind 70% of our own business because we don't have these hooks in the water. So let's make sure we get them. Step 2 is connect email, which is crucial. We went ahead and did that right now. Let's go ahead and make sure that that is correct. Contacts. Just going to go over through the billing, or not the billing, the settings, make sure everything is good. Email. Oh, they want you to confirm your email in order to make sure everything is working well. So we just go over here right quickly to our email, and then we'll confirm. Excellent. My email has been confirmed. Going back to Wise Agent. Send copy to self, send contact activity, send daily agenda. Sounds good. Permissions. Permissions are for if you have a team and you want to create additional logins for team members, you can do that. Outside teams as well. Let's go ahead and go back to Dash. Okay. We're about to get into drip campaigns, but I want to make sure that all of our stuff is done. Now, this has the ability to make websites for properties, do flyers, all kinds of supportive materials. Personally, I think that our flyer system is better, but if you wanted to make flyers there, we can. Okay, so upload contacts. I'm also going to show you how to upload contacts on the system, even though we just did it in the beginning. We did the Google contacts already. We did the upload a CSV and then a manual entry. Okay, we're going to go over that right now. So go over to contacts, contact list. This is what our contact list looks like. And it feels like it didn't work. Authorize Google contacts. Okay. We're going to go ahead and authorize Google again to get contacts. Hopefully it will do that for us right now. While it's syncing, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to upload contacts. Add a contact. This is a manual adding, so we can add a manual person. So if you get like a sign-in sheet, an open house sign-in sheet, you would have this. What do you call it? You would probably have to apply them manually, right? So then you go ahead and do that. Company, where's that? Works at the docks, company title, fisherman. Okay, address, we don't have it. Phone number, we're gonna go ahead and put my phone number, 661-305-7981. Okay, categories. We're going to create buyer category, and we'll go ahead and do that. I'm also going to show you how to create it in a different place, but it's super intuitive. When you type in something, this is also known as tags. In other ones, it might be tags in Top Producer, for example. You would click on buyer, or you would just type in buyer, and then you would be able to add it right there on the thing. I'll show you how to add the other ones in a second. Sources, we're going to put open house. And then add a new source, open house. I'm also going to show you how to add that source in there as well. And email drip campaign, we're going to do, we'll be able to add him to a buyer drip later. So add to Google Contacts. If you wish, you can do that. I'm not going to on this time, but if you add it to Google Contacts, you'll have it on your contact list at Google. Not a bad idea. I would consider it. It's just that this is redundant, so I don't want it to have it there. Okay, and we'll do a drip campaign in a second. So we'll go ahead and save it. You can do save and new, so that way if you have 10 of them, you have 11 of them. It brings up all of the things that you can do here. You can call them, you can create a task for them, you can create an event for them, view if you will need to write notes on them, met them at the open house and they were looking for a 2-bedroom in Torrance, right? And you can put your notes there, add follow-up. I'm going to contact them tomorrow at 10:45, add call type, flag is important, add note. So add a note, follow-up created, and this helps your workflow. You can see how you can even get your assistant on something like this to make sure and say, hey, Isaac saw you at our open house yesterday. It looks like you're looking for a 2-bedroom in Torrance. We wanted to make sure that you, what do you call it? That you are ready for viewing homes this weekend. Would you like us to get you pre-qualified? Or do you have any questions on on other homes in Torrance? We have these available for you. Do you mind if we send them to you, right? You'll be able to create these tasks for other people to complete while you're out there hunting for more business. Okay, so going back to contact list. We have our contact right here, and we have that they are connected to, oh, sorry, connected to a category that is called buyer. So now whenever we want to filter out our search for buyers, we can do that. Let me see here. I'm going to go ahead and add contact. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and explain how to manage categories and manage sources. Manage categories, you can add a category right here, as well as if you're in the contacts information, you can type it in, so that way you can add it right there. But if the traditional way of doing it is right here, we're going to go ahead and put owner, seller. Go ahead and add that there. And then we'll go ahead and do a investor as well. These are the type of drip campaigns that we're going to be focused on, and that's what we're doing. You can delete empty categories if they're not serving you. You can delete, edit however you wish on these categories. in Top Agent or other CRMs, it's my assumption that they would be called tags, or they might call it something else, just so that you know. Manage sources. Sources are where you got them from. So we can have Zillow here. We could have Redfin. You want, we could do Facebook. This is just where you got that tag from, okay? And you can have all of those there. I want to see if we can go ahead and so I did this. Okay. So it doesn't look like my sync went through. So I want to make sure that you guys are able to import and export. And then we're going to get to email drip campaigns as soon as possible. So you would do import, export, click on Wise Agent right here, and then you would upload your contacts right there. Open up. Okay. Now it's got all of the values that you can choose that you want. So first name is going to be first name. Middle name, if you want it, you can say if you want it, you would just look for middle name. Where is that? No, I guess not. Okay, so it doesn't do middle name. Okay, last name is there. Phonetic first name, none. None. It'll have their birthday. Labels. This is basically all of the stuff that we can add or remove or keep on a contact. Insert only new. Assign all of them to me. Okay. Now you can sign them all if you're just a singular person, but if you have a team, you want to make sure that you're signing the correct import to them. So for example, if I had other LOs who gave and they're using my account to do the same email drip campaign, so that way we don't have to create multiple accounts, we can do that. And then we would just assign them their contacts, right? So if for example, Anthony Martinez, an LO on my team, sends me over his import list, I can then click on it and then he would have it, right? And then we would create the type of the type of what do you call it? Person they are. So if they're a buyer, investor, seller. And this one, I'm going to put cold leads. And I'm going to add a new thing. So all of my people are going to be cold leads. And then I'm going to create a email drip campaign that gets them to know, like, hey, I'm in the real estate business. I don't know if you know, it's been a long time since I've seen you, and I wanted to give you some information on what I've been doing lately, right? This allows me to create that email drip from campaign for them. And then when they are excited about it, or they're interested about it, or they have something then I can move them over into a different category and give them a better thing. And we could do all of that automatically. We're not going to do it right now, but we could do it all automatically. So we're going to go ahead and put in a source. My phone. That's my source. My phone. Then we'll go ahead and import. Import's going to take a few minutes because quite a few people on that one. Excellent. Excellent. View imported. Okay, so some people don't have names. That's kind of weird. And then you can go through all of your contacts by their name, by this. You could even set it up first name, last name, first name. It all depends. Right now, I believe I got it at first name, last name, or last name, first name. Go filter this and go over to category. And then we could do cold leads, search, and it'll bring up cold leads. My bad. I meant to say buyer. Search. And then it got rid of buyer. Or Isaac Rajeda. And it'll search all of mine that are there. Didn't I set up as buyer? Oh, it probably reset my thing. Okay. I thought for sure. Did not save it? I probably didn't save it on accident. Okay. So that is how we import our clients in here, give them tags so that way they are there, or add them manually to the system. Let's go back to our outline. Don't overthink, just import the stuff. You can organize it later. Create contact categories. We went ahead and did that as well. Categories describe what the person is to your business. One contact can be in more than one, okay? So you can create more categories that they happen to be in. So somebody could be a cold buyer. Somebody could be a warm investor. You know, these things can, what do you call it? Many people can have many tags on that. Okay. So what are sources and how are they different? Contacts, managed sources, categories, what they are, sources and where they came from. Examples of sources are open house, Zillow, Instagram referral, website, friend, or past client. Categories tell you how to follow up. Sources tell you what marketing is working. Okay. So categories tell you how to reach out to them, because you're not going to give things to a buyer that you would give to a seller, right? But if you got them from from Zillow and you keep getting them from Zillow, then you're like, oh, I should spend more time and money on Zillow. If you keep getting most of your leads through open house and you're making headway on open houses versus Zillow or versus any other lead generation platform, you're going to want to go with open houses. So never remove a source. You normally never remove a source because you'll know exactly where they came from. You frequently change categories as the relationships evolve. So a buyer could then become a seller, could then become an investor, right? All of these things happen throughout time. How realtors actually organize contacts and wise agents, categories box, source drop down, notes. We went over that, email and phone. You can go ahead and organize people through that. So like you can say category, you can go over here and click on phone number. And then you can have your, let's see if I have 818 search. No, that didn't work. If they have a phone number, then you can see them. I only have 76 people with phone numbers in my contacts. If they have a email address, you can organize all of them through email. I only have 76 of that. That's unlikely. So that's one way you can set them up and review and search them. If you click on a source, you can then get all of the ones from your phone. If you got Facebook, then you can go ahead and search Facebook. It won't have any right now. Okay, so that's how you can search through them and set them up in different email drip campaigns. Every contact must have at least one category and one source. This is important for you because you want to know where they're coming from and where to put them. New lead equals buyer, cold, source, Instagram. Buyer plus cold, source, Instagram. And then this is an example, of course. Old client, past client, source, referral. Flipper, investor, source, networking event. Those are some examples of how you can set multiple tags on someone, multiple categories on someone, and then use it for that. How to filter out by categories: go to contacts, advanced search, find the category, and search if seller, investor, and then click search. Show them how this creates a live working list, And this is how we send emails and assign campaigns and manage follow-up. Okay. Realtor-friendly live training outline today. We already did that. Block 1, memory system, social media is not a database. Okay. Why CRMs fail? Teaching points is memory is not a system, right? Using your own memory is not a system. Notes are not follow-up, right? Writing down notes aren't follow-up. Social media is not a database. At any time you can say something that people don't agree with, and for whatever reason, you don't have access to your account anymore. Automation protects income. Like I said, 70% of the business is in front or behind us. We're only typically worried about 30% of the business if you're not doing or putting this into practice. Wise agent setup. We did categories. We did that. Teaching points. One contact can have multiple categories. Categories drive campaigns. Sources track marketing ROI. Okay, so that way we know where to spend our money and time. It is, if it's not categories, if it's not categorized, it can't be automated, right? So we want to make sure that we get the right drip campaign for them to do that. Okay, so before we go into email drip campaigns, we're about to jump on it right now. We're going to spend about 10 or 15 minutes on it and make it as comprehensive as possible. Wise agent campaigns are pre-written email sequences. So with Wise Agent, they actually do have pre-written campaigns already. You could send automatically. It's based on timing days, and it's assigned to your contacts. So core logic is we got a contact to the category, to the campaign, and then it's on automatic follow-up after that. Okay, we're going to build our first buyer live campaign. We're going to go ahead and create a campaign. So we're going to go over to marketing. Then we're going to go to drip campaigns. And then we're going to go ahead and use a template. And then we're going to go ahead and use Wise Agent stock campaigns. They also have Spanish campaigns if you wish. We're going to go ahead and pick on the fast track to appointment buyer. And this is how the drip campaign goes. It'll do one email, a text message, second email, another text message, third email, another text message, and then a fourth email. We are going to get rid of the text messages because we don't have that capability and add another email. We'll go ahead and go over, copy the campaign, and then this is the flow chart that happens from there. We're going to go ahead and add contacts. And then we're going to go ahead and click on add filter, category, buyer, and cold leads. Search that out. We have all our cold leads here. And then we're going to go ahead and click all these right here that we have. And then we're going to go ahead and add them to contacts. Excellent. Once we're added to contacts, there's this little arrow right here that we can go back on. It's kind of confusing, but we got it there. So that little arrow right there. Now we have contacts that are added. We can pull them back up if we want to revise it if we want to. It's right there. You can add more contacts if you wish right there. And then I'm going to show you how to add more to that when it comes to it. Want to make sure everything is going right. Okay, cool. Okay, so like I said, we're not going to do a text message. So we're going to just go ahead and delete that text message right there. Delete this text message right here. Delete this text message right here. Okay, then we're going to click on the email and we're going to go edit this email. Then we're going to go ahead and review this This is the first one. I saw you've been checking out homes in this area. So exciting. Are you browsing for now, or are you ready to get searched more seriously? I'd love to send you a list of homes tailored to your wish list, and including a few not yet online. Just hit reply what's on your must-have list, and I'll send it over today. Can't wait to find your dream home. If they respond to this email, you're going to get plenty of information you need to market to them other properties or anything that like would come that. Now, your default email signature is going to be there. And let me see if I can preview what that looks like right now. Let me see if I can preview what this looks like. Probably later. Okay. So you can do this. You can do this if you wish, or you can go over to ChatGPT and have it set up your email for you. Here's a complete buyer drip campaign in 7 emails. So we would have this. Welcome. Here's how I help buyers navigate this market. Copy, paste, and then we can go ahead and copy over here. Paste. Hi, first name. I'm glad you've reached out to buying a home. Most people don't realize this, but buying a home today looks different than it did a few years ago. Rates changed, inventory shifts, and other things. Oh, here's the preview button. We'll go ahead and click on preview, and this is what it looks like right now. Okay, so this is our first email. It is completed. It'll put their first name there. It'll put talk to you soon, and then it'll put your name right there. Personally, I don't think you need your name there if you have a email signature. So I'll just go ahead and remove that right there. I think it's just a little redundant. So this is what it looks like. It's pretty run of the mill, but at the same time, it's at least going to be sent to them because there's not a lot of pictures. Lots of pictures flagged for spam, and that's something you do want to be on the lookout for. Now, what is possible with this is you could even use AI to support you in getting another prompt in. And then you can just copy this right here, say, make this email better, paste it, enter. Oh, this one doesn't work that well. Okay. Oh, it's ChatGPT 4. That's interesting. Alrighty. Well, it was the same thing anyway. Okay, so that was that one. Then you would go ahead and click on stock content. We want to review what is possible out there. So if you have like a Thanksgiving coming up, or if you have anything like that, you can pick on these ones to kind of go through the seasonal things that are there. Labor Day, MLK's birthday, Halloween, even Easter. You can throw these together and set it up. But I like the weekly newsletters. So you can also put these in here. So that way they are aware and abreast of the things that are happening. You get one every month. So let me go ahead and go click on January. January will be right here. It'll put your information right here. And then as the year begins, it's a good time to think about the housing, what housing can mean to you. All of this has been completed for you. Let's say we're doing this buyer right now. We don't want this newsletter to be a newsletter. We'll just go ahead and click on that and get rid of it. So that way it's not a newsletter. And then, or at least explaining January, because what if you get someone in February? Or what if you get someone in March? We're going to go ahead and just set it up so that this one is your first one. And then it gives you a little baking thing, right? A little beef adobo here. Kind of cute. Somebody might make it. I hear they're pretty good, to tell you the truth. And then it has all of the required disclosures on the bottom when we do this type of thing. You can review it if you want to. You can make this as good as you wish, and then you can go ahead and save it. Now we have number one. Let's go ahead and go to number two. The buying process is simplified. We copy that. We go over to number two, edit. Got our default signature, first name. This one's pretty good, but we're going to go ahead and put ours in there, except for our name. Copy. This is what it looks like. You could put call to actions right here. This is like a button that you can make. It's like, and this is where you can actually have like a calendar, a calendar link, and we would do that with the calendar link that you created on the last training. The button would be schedule time with me now. Button URL, we go over to our calendar, and then we copy our link on our calendar, and then we throw it in there, right there. Boom, oval, background color. I like making mine blue. Got to stay on brand. So, boom. And then we have it right here. We may want to make sure that we do this. So let me go ahead, and it looks like it's dependent on where your cursor is. So you want to make sure that when you do something like that, that your cursor is where you want it to be. So we'll go ahead and redo that. Schedule time with call to action. Boom. Oh, it doesn't look like it's big enough. So let me go ahead and edit. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and try that again. So we'll go ahead and do button width at 200, make it twice as long, and then go ahead and put that there, and then schedule time. Pardon my poor spelling. Woo. There it is. Excellent. So now when they get it, they'll be able to see it right there. It looks like we got to make it around 250 or edit the. Yeah, doesn't look like I can edit. Oh, I know. I could just remove it right here. There it is. Cool. Preview. Click on it. Boop. It goes to my schedule, and then you can schedule. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. So that is one thing. Let me go ahead. Go back. Okay. So that's number two. We didn't save. Because we didn't save, that could be frustrating. I know. So we'll go ahead and copy number two. Put it in here. Get rid of your name. Copy that again. We'll put this at 200. Blue. Excellent. See what else we got. Insert break. I think that this would be a line. This line allows you to make it a little more professional when you're looking at the email, so that way you see the lines and the breaks. Okay. Special characters, smileys, if you want to, horizontal line. Let me see what that looks like. Maybe it's another break. Yeah, go ahead and preview that. Extra line right there. Just a little horizontal line. And you can play with this as much as you want. You can make it as good as you want. You should be able to add a photo. Image info URL. If you want to send it to a URL, you can. We could go over this when you're here, but essentially this will make it so that you can apply for so that way somebody can click on a photo. Like let's say you put a picture of a listing that you are listing out and you want to show people that, you can go ahead and show them that. We'll go ahead and save it right here. Go on to email number 3, financing reality check. Boom. Put that in there. Put that in there. And we are good to go. That's number 3. And then we'll do the same for number 4. Highlight. Save. And then we can add right here something. We can add an email, text message, email content, print letter, phone call, custom. So we're going to go ahead and do another email. Event name is going to be email 5, 15 days from start. We're going to go ahead and choose 10 days from start. Preferred time, typically the morning is best. I would hit them right around 9 a.m. Description, final email. Assigned to Isaac Grajeda, and then save. Subject, we'll go ahead and go to email 5, soft call to action. Boom. Hi, first name is not a pitch. Either way, so helpful when the timing is right. So, hi, first name, whoever it might be. If homeownership is something you're serious about, whether that's sooner or later this year, the smartest first move is building a simple plan, not a sales pitch, not a sales call, not a pitch, just real conversation about where you are, what you want, and what makes sense next. Whenever it's helpful, just reply plain and we'll set something up. Either way, I'll continue sending helpful information so you're prepared when the timing is right. Okay, all of this stuff will be automated. How often do you guys send 200 emails a day? You know what I mean? Or at this on a schedule to all your clients, past clients, current clients. It's very hard to do this on your own. Let's automate this. Let's get it together. Next week, Friday, if you want to join me, please join me at the at the Eventbrite, or sorry, at today's, I received an email with information. Oh, okay, cool. Again, I'm putting it into the link right there. Again, please sign up. So that way I know you're coming and that way I can prepare. If you could put in which CRM you work with, which one you want to work with, how, what your goals are for the year. I'm more than capable of supporting you with your goals. We have the same goal. We have the same purpose. Okay. I'm just here to make sure I support you in achieving that. And in the same return, I get to achieve what I'm looking for. So we have the same goals. Please sign up um, for the event for next Friday, and it's going to be on a continuous loop. So if you're looking for that support that puts emails out there, that gets you finally to use your CRM because you don't know what's going on, or you don't have enough support to fully use the breadth of what it can do, we're doing that. 2026, today, tomorrow, next month, next week, we're changing all of that. We are now putting it into action. All of the things that we're learning, we're putting it into action. We are changing our behavior so that way we can accept better and bigger things in our lives. Is there any questions before I take off?
Will you be sending kind of some of the I definitely want to kind of review in depth a little bit more of the prompts and some of the, AI scripts and stuff that you were reviewing. I don't know if you will be sending as well as the recording, like maybe some of that, or you can kind of go over that in a private meeting or something.
Yeah, no, scripts should be fine. It's they
Isaac, is
do
this
have,
gonna,
go ahead.
oh, you first, sorry.
Uh, they do have they do have email drip campaigns and scripts that are something that their agents use, especially those newsletters. They really pump those out very well. I think they're very, very well accepted. And it's something that I would do if I were you guys, is just throw everybody on at least a newsletter. So that way they are getting contacted once a month. And you get that once a month newsletter with like a cute recipe to try for the season. It's pretty cool. And then if you can also, set all your contacts for happy birthday, or set up all your contacts for, happy Valentine's Day, and do something cute like that. It's very, very useful because it's so hard to even text, Merry Christmas or Happy New Year like we just had this year to 200 people. I was trying my best to keep up with it, and I just couldn't.
Yeah.
So it's very supportive in that sense. As far as AI, they are the best way to leverage your time because 80% of the 80% of the work is done by 20% of the effort. And that's what I'm trying to adhere to with real estate agents, because that last 20% on the 80% takes 80% of our time. And I don't want agents to be overwhelmed with the minutia. You know what I mean? I really want them to be able to just plug in, play, and go, 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 and not get tired and bored or feel like they're in a repetitive motion. So I want them to be excited. I want them to be able to get the most out of the work that they're putting in. And then if it's good enough, great. Can we make it better later? Absolutely. My lives get better later. My setup ends up getting better later, but it's because I put in the reps. And that's what I want agents to do, is to get the reps in, to make mistakes and then get better from them, because that's what it takes. And I know that if they just have the support to get started, that they can start running on their own when it comes after even after a few emails, tries, reach outs, cold calls, whatever it might be.
Isaac, one thing I want to ask is this going to be like an ongoing training since sounds like we're committing ourselves to a wise agent. So will we be exploring more features of the CRM or learning more, or we're getting training on this?
Absolutely. I plan on training on, and it could be any CRM, and I like to bring that to you guys' attention that yes, we're using Wise Agent because I believe this is the most ROI for your time. You're not going to spend a lot of time having to set this thing up for real estate. It's already set up for you as real estate and it's real plug and play. But we can use whatever CRM you want to use. It's just understanding that you're going to have to figure it out on your CRM or come in on Funnel Fridays so that way we can figure it out together and work it on your end. These trainings are going to be once a month. And we're going to deep dive into all of the things that we can do to connect our website, our social media, and our contacts to our CRM, and then from our CRM to paid ads. Okay, that's what's coming next. The next training is going to be paid ads on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Google. We're going to learn how to do paid ads. Basically, we get the contacts, we market to the contacts, and then we sell to the contacts. That's what I want to be able to give you guys is the ability to put hooks out there and fish for leads, buyers, sellers, investors.
Sounds awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Right on, guys. Thank you so
you.
very much for attending. Please reach out to me for any loan scenarios or anything questions you may have. We're here to help. Anyone on my team is more than capable to support you in what you're looking for. Thank you so very much. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.